Welcome back to another RouterGods video. My name is Humphrey Chung, and yes, we're back with a actual router and switch video instead of all the Thailand videos that I've been popping up over the past 2 months or so. So in this video, we're going to show you how to take your GNS3, and if you have the correct router image, we're going to be playing around with the 3725. And if you've got that image, you can actually make yourself a somewhat decent 4-switch network. So virtual 4 switches, play around with the different switch functions. Now, they're definitely not going to be as good as 4 real switches, which you should definitely buy if you're going for a CCNP or CCIE. Just get them on eBay. You could get 3550s for a couple $100 now. So you could get 4 for between $1,000 and $1,500. So definitely worth it if you can afford it. But if you can't, you can go to GNS3 like we've done right here, and I'm going to drag in my 3700, which is actually a 3725 image. I'm going to drag in 4 of them. So somewhat like a square formation there. I'm going to get rid of my node types. And once again, we are assuming that you have the 3725 image already configured inside of GNS3. So we're going to right click on router 1, go to configure, click on R1, go to slots. As you can see, the first slot is fast Ethernet. Okay, we don't care about that really. Go to slot 1, we're going to pick the NM16 ESW. Okay, this gives us 16 Ethernet slots. We're going to click OK. A nag message is going to come up, blah blah blah. You must use manual mode, gee thanks. And we're going to right click on router 2, repeat the same process actually on all the routers. So I'm going to add a 16 port card to all the routers here. Go into slot 1 of router 3. You got to find a way to disable that nag message, but alright, so we've done it on all 4 routers. Now we're going to link them up, and you can see here, you go to add a link. I've got my thing set on manual mode always, so you do that. You could set that by go to Edit Preferences, and let's see, I think it's under GUI settings right here. Always use manual mode when adding links, so I've got that checked out, which you should have anyways. So now we're going to connect them up. I guess I could do something like that. There's no rhyme or reason to this. Just completely crazy. We don't know what we're doing. Boom, and let's do a couple redundant links so we can play with Ether channel. Boom, boom. Okay, so something like that. After that, you're going to unclick the link addition thing. Move your routers far apart as possible, as your screen allows, because you're going to need to label the interfaces. So it's going to get kind of confusing with all these things here. Oh, let's go all out here. Let's add a couple more links. You can see this gets quite tedious. After you're done, you definitely want to save your stuff here. And something like that. Okay, completely crazy network. And of course, in real life, you'd have routers, hanging off of this, and also in the middle of this mess. So let's just go nuts here. All right, that's enough. So we want to click on this icon right here to show interface names. You can see we got a lot. Yeah, it's going to get ugly. So yeah, in real life you'd play around and you tidy it up a bit. Okay, we're going to hit play here. Let's see what happens in our wonderful setup. All 4 of my routers are starting up. It's going to be a little slow because we definitely have a heck of a lot of links here. Well, we've got 2, so 4, 6, 7, 10, 13 links in between all of the routers here. So these are effectively acting as 16 port switches right now. I'm going to open my console window. You can see everything's coming up. I've got a Core i7 laptop, so that's why things are going pretty fast. If you have something like a dual core or heaven forbid a single core, this boot up process could take a long time. Alright, so looking at router 1, enable show IP in PR, and you can see we've got all this wonderful stuff here. Got, hey, look, we got VLAN stuff too. It's pretty nice. So let's just play around. VLAN 5. Oh, in VLAN 5A. So we got VLANs. We can give it an IP address. So we could play around with that. So a lot of you'll have probably, I don't know, about 60% of the commands you would have on a regular switch. You'll have the most common ones. Definitely enough to sort of play around with if you're sick and tired of playing around with the stupid switches inside a packet tracer. So this gives you a little bit more flexibility in your studying. Definitely not too hard to figure out. I'm going to stop my stuff here, and definitely after you do something like this, you want to save your topology. And if you do any configs, you probably want to export. Actually, you're going to export the picture also, and then you're going to extract your configs to a directory. All right. So once again, my name's Humphrey Chung with RouterGods. This was a quick and easy video of setting up 4 virtual switches inside of GNS 3. Thanks a lot.